many times. And I've done henna oiling a couple times. And last time that I washed my hair, a couple weeks ago, I did henna hair oiling. And I feel like the results are they're pretty good, okay? So previously I did it like a few years back, and then the last couple weeks since I washed my hair, I always let water like hit my roots in the shower. Like some people, they always wear a shower cap and they don't let their hair get wet in the shower at all. So I think I'm gonna add the essential oil after I put in the henna. So I just wanna add like a little bit of henna to it. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm just gonna kind of put a tiny, I think that's plenty. Well, it's more than I planned on putting in, so I'm gonna stick it back in this container. And the brand that I use is Light Mountain. I bought a whole bunch of it like a couple of years ago. It should last a long time. And I still have like 2 more pounds of it. And I purchased it in bulk. Like I ended up buying twice as much as I thought I was at the time. So if you're gonna buy henna, I think buy it on Amazon. Although I don't really buy anything on Amazon anymore, but if you are gonna buy something like henna, I would just buy it on Amazon, because unfortunately US grocery stores don't have things like henna. It's just not very mainstream in our society for some reason. Don't know why. Just how American society is. I mean, I guess you could buy it at like an Asian market, maybe, if you can find it. I would just want to make sure it's like actually organic and fresh. And this Light Mountain brand, some people say it's not like the best henna, but I don't know, I think it's pretty good. I've heard like that the Henna Silk brand is better. However, I have this, so I don't plan on ordering more henna anytime soon. So I'm going to take some of this rosemary doTERRA, because I know somebody who sells these doTERRA oils. Don't eat them, by the way. I can't believe some people eat this oil. That's crazy. So I just take a few drops, because they say rosemary oil is good, but I already have it. Like, this is a rosemary essential oil, and you just need to add, what they say is that you should add it to a carrier oil. Do not eat this stuff. Like it says, like there's people that eat. I'm like, no, that's crazy town. Do not eat essential oil. Like, what are you doing with your life if you're eating essential oil? Don't do it. Don't eat essential oils, okay? But for hair, it's fine. For skin, it's fine. I still would use a carrier oil. I know I had some dude on here a couple weeks ago saying, oh, this is going to cause contact dermatitis. But no, I love essential oil. But, like, I do use a carrier oil if I use it. And then I'm going to add some of this so it smells good. Like, I want it to smell good, because I'm weird like that. And this orange one just smells good. It makes it smell really good, you know, because it is very medicinal smelling. Alright, so I probably should brush out my hair before I put the henna oil treatment, although I have some oil in my hands, and I'll just kind of rub it on the top of my head. But I don't like directly put it in my scalp. Like, I don't concentrate on my scalp. I'm just trying, because I really haven't had time to want to do a full henna treatment, which is so messy. But I like the benefits of henna, and I kind of like how henna gives my hair like this cherry coke look in the sunlight. Like when you go in the sun and you have dark hair, I just love like that cherry coke. Although, you know, I know like I have some natural red highlights, but there's just something about henna that just brings them out. So I feel like with dark hair, henna's kind of amazing. But I'm somebody that's never wanted to dye their hair. I like their natural color hair. You can use henna. Like some people use henna to cover like gray hair. You can do that too. I use it more for strengthening because I like the red hue it gives my hair in the sunlight. And it's just like a natural treatment that I feel you can do to your hair. That's what I love about henna. Okay, so here's my favorite new brush, the M brush. And you're seeing it all over TikTok and now YouTube, and it's like growing and expanding. Like, look, I was still having like a conversation with myself, like, do I love the wet brush still? I do love the wet brush. I think this is still a good brush. But the thing I think I love about the unbrush is it's a little bit more gentle. I think that the wet brush can be good for smoothing. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just my imagination. But I do see, like, I feel like when you brush with the unbrush, it pulls out less hair. And I'm not really sure, like, is it the balls on the wet brush? Although I still really love the wet brush. I do not hate the wet brush. I still think the wet brush is a wonderful brush. But, just my 2 cents about the wet brush is I do feel like maybe it can tug on your hair slightly more than the unbrush. Although I do think sometimes the wet brush can smooth out your hair more. Although it seems like maybe the unbrush makes your hair less staticky. Although I'm not sure. Like, I kind of do a comparison. I'm like, this brush just like even my hair being brushed already and being, well, it hasn't been brushed since yesterday, but being in a braid and having slept on it and kept it in a braid since yesterday at 11 o'clock. It's a pretty good brush. Like, it doesn't really pull out that much hair. And I am part of the club that believes in cleaning out your hairbrush as you go. Like, I have this obsession with it. I don't know why I do that. Like, where my obsession with that came from. I just like a really clean brush. But I'm also going to probably give my brushes a bath again later because I feel like, I don't know. I like to keep my brushes clean, but maybe I'll just give them a quick rinsey rinse in the sink. I'm not really sure. Yeah, what I want to do. So I just kind of like to compare the 2 brushes to see, like, which one do I think, I don't know. I just feel like overall, this brush kind of goes through your hair a little bit more smoothly. Okay, so I'm going to kind of maybe just add a little bit of wetness to this section, maybe just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take our brush, our unbrush, and just kind of go through our hair a little bit. I don't want to start too high up. And then, okay, so I have this brush. I feel like, is it clear more hair today that I feel like it should? I don't know. Usually I say it doesn't, but then I feel like it does. And then some days I feel like, well, nothing comes out really, and then I just kind of felt like that session. I don't know. Feels good. Okay. So let's bring some of this side forward. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. Just use a little, tiny bit of water to just feel like before I start, and then brushing up. Then we take our brush. Under the cap, shake it off. Now, and now. Like I see a hair in the airbrush, it needs to come out. So, here. This is another reason I started thinking live streaming in vertical versus horizontal. First off, YouTube wants us to do this now. This is what they're like kind of pushing. And I'm always into doing whatever is new that YouTube is encouraging and pushing. It's kind of fun to get in on it. Plus, you know, I have streamed in horizontal for years, but I don't know. If they want us to stream in vertical on our devices, maybe that's better because it shows like more of the length. Whereas horizontal just shows more of the width. But with my hair length getting longer, this is easier, to be honest. Buggy, and I don't like that. I like to be as gentle as possible when it comes to my hair. Stop. I kind of sort of dry brushed more yesterday, a little tiny bit more dry brushing than today. I still feel like I kind of on the side a little bit more brushed, but it's good. I don't know why I'm thinking it's not good. It's very good. My hair is feeling really soft lately. It's very soft. Up. Alright, I'm not gonna like brush the oil through, even though I do use oil for some detangling, honestly. That's not how I'm gonna do this though. So let's just start oiling in. See, these are the people that make no sense. Like, my hair is still beautiful, so we don't like these kind of people. We don't acknowledge them because they're like Debbie Downers. So yeah, this makes no sense. You didn't watch my channel, and you don't pay attention. So you got an F grade wise on channel. Yeah, so. Well, answer the real ones, the ones that leave comments like that. They're failing. They're not watching the channel. So watch the channel. Become a channel watcher. It doesn't even make any sense because everything you said didn't make sense. You might even just delete their comment, you know. That's usually what'll happen. I think, yeah, this one, he's getting put into the timeout. Okay, he removed his comment. Don't have time for people that don't tell the truth and aren't, like, thoughtful. They're gone. Boop, boop. I am bye. Isn't it amazing? Like, I don't know. And I'm not even going to say why. So that's the last time to explain if you can't. Okay, so back to the real deal stuff. Henna is really good for your hair. No, you didn't follow channel comment policy, so that's it. So when you follow channel comment policy, you'll figure it out. I'm not one of those YouTubers that keeps all comments. Like, I'm like, if it doesn't follow policy, it goes. Because I clap the whip, you see? I clap the whip. Because if you're going to ask weird questions or just say things that don't resonate with me and my channel, I don't explain, I just get rid. love the color of the olive oil in the henna. It smells so good. It smells so good. It smells very, very good. Okay, let's start putting some on this side. Boop. Bonjour. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Julia. French is so bad these days, we're not. I need to practice. How are you doing, Renaud? I'm glad to get some of these people that are like the ones that pay attention to the channel on. Yay! Yeah, I stopped explaining why some people, like, if they didn't read comment policy. I mean, I guess I could have kept those comments, but I'm like, why? You know what, maybe I should in the future and just let them have, like, no answers. I'm going to answer all the people that leave real comments that show that they've been watching my channel, or people that are new that truly are engaged with my content. Those are the people that get answers around here. I mean, Raju, you're about ready to get banned. That's about it. You're about ready to be banned from the channel. Because you just aren't here for good reasons. No, not all people banned. Good people stay. Renaud's here. I have several really good people on my channel. But you're not, like, you're just not making the cut. You're not, you don't pass the vibe check, okay? You've left several rude comments already. I had to delete a few. I thought, is it an English language barrier? I don't know. Like, women are not your toys, Raju. Women are not your toys. It's 2024. Get with the program. Well, I think it's an English language barrier, but I'll just remove the stuff that makes no sense. That part's gone. It maybe take some English language classes if you're, or you could just watch and not comment. If your English isn't, like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I don't know. You could just watch and not comment, I guess, because I think you speak enough English that you wrote several things that were pretty much in English and they made pretty much sense. So that's kind of a game people play, by the way, but I'm not going to play into it. They say something naughty, and then they come back and they're like, oh, I don't speak English. Yeah, you do. You speak English. You just get mad when somebody, or you get upset or flustered when somebody kind of is like, hey, that's a weird comment. And then you're like, oh. But you knew what you wrote. And it doesn't matter anyway. I'm going to wash my hair soon, Renard. Soon. I'm doing a hair treatment. But the main focus is just me doing this and people watching, not really like commenting on everything everybody says, because it's just a hair show. It's not like a cater to specific people show. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. It's so cool. That is awesome. Oh, that's a lot of length. People who don't know what length is, that's length. They don't know. They don't have inches. They're men with bald heads or men with short hair. Get out. Okay, now we are done. I just don't allow, like, I'm just not going to put up with silly comments, like, because really, like, if he had been somebody that was wanting to say something nice or polite, he wouldn't have gone there. Like, I tried to say, you know, you're not following channel comment policy, and anyway, we're not going to put up with that. Smiling is good for you, by the way. People that don't get smiling, maybe they should smile more. What did I put on my hair? Okay, so, because I think you missed the first part, I actually showed me mixing it. It's olive oil, henna, and then a few drops of orange essential oil and rosemary oil. Yeah, there is a lot of oil in it for sure. Hi, Alifaz, how are you? I don't want that on the counter. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit contained so it doesn't stain everything. Blah, blah, blah. I look like an oil slick in the 4th of July. No, that doesn't make any sense, but, you know, why not? Like if there was a cake, maybe. This is like, for me, this is heavy oiling. This is like pretty heavy. This is a lot. My hair already had a lot. Now it has more. But you know what? I wouldn't buy like a hair oil to do hair oiling with. I would just buy my olive oil. It's Mediterranean. Although I heard it's harder to find good quality olive oil these days. Thank you, Renard, and thank you, Ali. I appreciate your comments. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I should put more. Look how oily my hair is. It looks like a big oil slick. But it's olive oil. I love olive oil because that's, I kind of am changing my game buddies. Like I have some of that Yves Rocher oil that my mom, which is like sesame. One of them's coconut oil, one of them's sesame oil. But since I don't think my mom's gonna be like getting that for me any longer, like she doesn't really go anywhere anymore. I don't think, and the only reason I loved that oil and had it was because it was something that my mom purchased. So going forward, I'm just going to be making my own scented hair oils once I run out of all that Yves Rocher oil with oil out of my kitchen. So I can cook. Okay. Oh, that's nice that you're from India. I make braids on many of my videos. It's just this is a hair oiling video, so I'm going to be washing my hair in a bit. But I have lots of braids if you want to see. Like I will braid my hair every day, you know. You'll see it all the time. I do lots and lots of hair oiling with braids sometimes. Thank you, I do appreciate that. As long as you don't drive a tow truck, I'm okay. I'm a little triggered by tow trucks. Won't say why, but tow trucks trigger me a little. Just a tiny bit. I'm sure that there's nice people that drive tow trucks. I just find one of them kind of weird. But, you know, that's a story for another day, and I'm done with it. Because he can tow himself and all those cars into the sunset. I am done with weird tow truck scenarios. Just like, okay, tow trucks. Every time I see a tow truck, I'm like, oh boy. That's just a funny story. It's just something that popped into my mind. See all this oiliness in the hair? Do you like that? I think it's good for your hair, of course. So when I hair oil, I put it all over my head, not just my roots. I know with all the hair oiling lady experts these days, but real hair oiling is over your entire head. It's not just like in your roots, and you don't just concentrate in your roots. Like, seriously, people. Like, real hair oiling, you put over your entire head, not just on your roots. Although your roots will get enough oil. Quite naturally they do right now. My roots feel a little oily, but I will rinse it out soon. Ooh, that feels fun. That's kind of fun feeling. Ooh. That feels fun. It's fun. Feels really fun. Did I accept somebody to touch my hair? I mean, it depends on who the person is. If I know the person, that's one thing. But like, when my hair was super long, sometimes strangers used to touch it. Like, it's still like long enough, but like when it was really, really long, and the few times I would wear it loose, I used to get people that would sometimes like touch my hair, and that was kind of weird because I didn't know them. Like if I know somebody, that's different because I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have to do 2 rounds of shampooing for sure tonight. Not for a while. It's been a bit, but somebody did like a few years back. But I try to wear my hair in a braid, and I kind of keep it like near me, so when I'm out in public, I don't really have my hair accessible where people can touch it per se. I'm going to anoint myself with olive oil the way that Mediterranean and Middle Eastern and biblical people do. And people of the on. I'm just being funny. But people in the Middle East used to anoint themselves with oil. That's how they did it. Hair oiling was a way to wash your hair in ancient times, and then you rinse it out, of course, because that was, it's very cleansing in a way, and then you wash it out with water. Well, it's before people had soap, you know, shampoo. That's what people used to do. Might as well use it up. So might as well use it up, right? Alright, so I think my hair is pretty saturated, I would say. I'm going to get a couple of clippy whippies. You're cute, Renat. I like it. Okay, I'm going to put my hair up so that I can let the oil sit for, I don't know how long I'm going to keep it on. Maybe an hour, maybe half an hour. Who knows? Some time frame like that. Okay, so I put my hair up with the oil on it, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And that was my hair oiling, henna hair oiling adventure. Thanks for watching.